Who is Tom Petty? Tom Petty is an American singer who lived 1950 to 2017, a songwriter, a musician, best known with his raspy voice as the charismatic frontman of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. He crafted an unmistakable blend of rock, folk, and country, releasing timeless anthems like American Girl, Free Fallin', and I Won't Back Down. Legendary songs that I know of, but I don't really listen to Tom Petty, even though I know some of these hits. I'm excited to check out Southern Accents with you today. Shout out today goes to my supporter and Arthur, who asked for this reaction. So we're going to check it out. Are you a Tom Petty fan? What are some of your favorite Tom Petty songs? Make sure to subscribe. My name is Rosalie. We go around the world to explore various cultures, music, talk about psychology, philosophy. This is your ultimate education meets entertainment meets encouragement channel. So subscribe. Are you guys ready? Southern Accents. Here we go.
There's a southern accent.
Yeah, that is a timeless voice right there. I love how somber and just simple it begins. Sometimes that's the best, right? Don't come in full blown right away. Let's build up. Simple hook to open the door for that first verse.
There's a southern accent where I come from. The young'uns call it country. The Yankees call it dumb. I got my own way of talking, but everything is done with a southern accent where I come from.
Southern accents exist everywhere. Naturally, my mind goes to the American Southern accent because this is Tom Petty singing. But we have the same situation in Germany. The South having a different accent, compared to the North. You have it everywhere around the world where different regions will have different dialects, different accents. And there's something about having a song that feels very storytelling-like, which I'm gathering right now, and having a text or a lyric that a lot of people can relate to. I could see a lot of his fans feeling drawn to him as an artist, probably in his music, but to songs that make you feel represented, where you think, yes, I've been made fun of, or I know what the Yankees say about my accent, or where you feel seen. It's this collective idea. You have a song that makes people feel like it's part of a collective, and it's extremely powerful because we are very tribal by nature.
Now that drunk tank in it. Now that drunk tank in Atlanta, just a motel room to me. I think I might go work Orlando if them orange groves don't freeze. I got my own way of working, and everything is run with the southern accents where I come from. For just a minute there, I was dreaming. For just a minute.
That note, that little melody was fitting to the idea of dreaming. Ding, sounds dreamy like.
I was dreaming. For just a minute, it was all so real. For just a minute, she was standing there with me.
That's sweet. You know what I find interesting, you guys, is that you have in music all these different genres and they come at their art in different ways. And what I'm hearing here, we have the same melody that is happening over and over again. And it makes me think of poetry. It makes me think of people or in theater back in the day, drama or spoken word, where you have phrases, stanzas of a poem being recited. And it's this storytelling. It's this journey. It's not about verse, chorus, and a big hook, and now keep back to the bridge and back to the chorus. It's not about showing off with a bunch of crazy riffs. There's a time and a place for that, and that's epic too. But what I'm seeing here is storytelling and lyrics that are relatable to regular people, a legendary voice, and a song that, at least this piece in particular, is more rather soothing and nostalgic. And it makes me think of the ancient styles of reciting poetry and singing a song or spoken word. It's interesting because it's all art in its own way, and there's a time for us to get down with all the solos and have a piece that entertains us, and then there's a time where the composition itself may seem simple, but the lyrics are meant to take us down a memory lane, if you will. The kind of song where people do this number with their lighters or phones now.
I got my own way of living, and everything is done with a southern accent where I come from. Is done with a southern accent where I come from.
That's funny how he just enunciated I. Make it extra southern, huh? Okay. Hold on, let me see here. What's happening?
Thank you very much. That's sweet of you.
All right, you guys, what do you think about this one? I think that there is something. For one, I think I could see why a lot of people resonate with Tom Petty, a specific generation for sure. That raspiness, the timbre of his voice being very unique. I'm seeing here, and I don't really know much of his other music except the big hits, but there is a lot of poetry in the lyrics. The songwriting is very storytelling-like. And as I mentioned earlier, we are very tribal beings. It is interesting to try to look at someone else's world through song. It allows us, the way that he sung this, it allowed me to picture how he sees the world from his lens for just a little bit. And at the same time, I also think that it pulls a lot of people in who can relate to that same life, that feel that draw, that have that tribal tie to their community, their Southern accent. There's something about having songs. Of course, it's beautiful to have songs that include everybody, that are about world peace and, save the world, and it's all one love. But then there's also a time and a place to have songs that focus on a human experience through a specific lens, especially when that lens may include stereotypes or prejudice or assumptions. Like he said, the Yankees may call it dumb. People may look at this, but that's where I come from. This is my lineage. This is who I am. And he takes us on this beautiful melody, the melody repeating with every verse, but almost feeling like this art poem recitation of a person's worldview, a worldview that many people can relate to. And there's something sweet about that. The lyrics say there's a Southern accent where I come from. The young ones call it country. The Yankees call it dumb. Now, that drunk tank in Atlanta is just a motel room to me. Think I might go work Orlando, okay? Florida, Georgia, all these different places in the South. But everything is run with a Southern accent where I come from. For just a minute, I was dreaming. For just a minute, it was all so real. For just a minute, she was standing there with me. A lot of nostalgia, remembering and loved ones. There's a dream I keep having where my mama comes home and kneels down over my window and says a a prayer for me. Very southern imagery in my picture, right? Somewhere southern. We got Florida peaches. We got a motel in Atlanta. We got the sweet southern mama kneeling down praying by the window. I got my own way of praying, but everyone's begun with a southern accent where I come from. I got my own style. I'm my own person, but I still have connections to my roots, my own way of living. I do my thing now. I've grown up. I got my own way of believing, praying, living. But everything gets done with a southern accent. Every prayer begins with a southern accent. A conversation about knowing where you come from and always feeling that connection. I can relate to that with Germany. I speak fluent English. A lot of people often don't know that that's where I'm from. But that's always going to be home, right? That's the tie to deep parts of your origin story. And I think there's something sweet about that. What do you think about this one? Thank you for the suggestion, Arthur. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you on the next ride. Ayo!